Morning, everybody. Matt again with Techology. I hope y'all having a good day. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about proper lifting. I know that gets covered a lot when you deal with OSHA, but I want to talk to you about a real life story about heavy lifting. So in the early 1700s, back when people were exploring the world, thinking that they were the only ones to ever see these places, they stumbled across a little island in the South Pacific that they've since named Easter Island. And most of you probably have heard of Easter Island. Well, on Easter Island, the group of people there, I believe they're called the Rapa Nui, they had carved these giant 40-ton statues and placed them all over the island, and they're called the Moai. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. And these giant statues, which right there you can see that I scribbled one onto the board just to give you an example, stand guard all along the coast of this little island. So one of them Spanish fellers in a big boat came there, dropped anchor and went on the island and got to talking back and forth, and they finally got to where they could understand each other. And in conversation, the explorer asked, "So, how'd you get them big old statues from the quarry a mile up the hill down here to the coast of the island?" And the chief, or the boss man, whatever he was, said that, "Well, they walked." Well, that Spanish fellow said, "You silly, superstitious natives. They didn't walk. They ain't even got legs." Kind of wrote it off. And several times since then, they've been back and talked to people, how'd y'all get them down there? They told each and every time they walked. They got told back, "You're silly, you're superstitious. Rocks ain't got legs." Went on about their business. So, I don't know, about 10, 12 years ago, there was a pretty smart Polynesian professor in Hawaii that got to study in the Rapa Nui and everything that they had done. And he got to looking at the design features on these statues here. So he had commissioned a half-scale model, which would have weighed about 20 tons and been, half in every way, right? So he takes 40 of his class, his students, college kids, and he takes 2 ropes. And he takes a rope, loops it around the neck, drapes it over this shoulder. Takes a rope, wraps it around the neck, drapes it over that shoulder. And he puts 20 people back here and 20 people back here, and he's standing up front. And he goes, "All right, we're going to pull on the count of 3. So he's 1, 2, 3, pull, 1, 2, 3, pull, 1, 2, 3, pull, and he gets that statue to rocking by them ropes, and that sucker goes to walking. And they walked it a long ways, 20 tons with 2 ropes. You see, living on that little bitty island, they don't have as many words as we do. They don't need as many, right? So they used the word that they knew. They walked. And they weren't superstitious. They might have been, but they weren't about this. They knew how they got down there. They walked. But there's a good lesson here. One of these days, if you haven't already, one of these days you're going to move, and you're going to move a refrigerator. And how are you going to move that refrigerator? Well, let me tell you something. They got wheels on the bottom of them, but they don't last very long. You're going to move that refrigerator just like they moved that statue. You're going to walk it. You're going to take it. This ain't a refrigerator, but you can get the idea. You're going to take it, shift all the weight onto one corner, bring it down. You're going to shift all the weight to one corner, bring it down. You're going to shift the weight all to one corner, bring it around. Guess what? That fridge will walk just like them big old statues do, all right? And that ain't the only thing it can. You can move sheet metal that way. You move a lot of things that way. So, moral of the story, There's a heck of a lot more wisdom in them old folks than what you realize. Pay attention to what they're doing. They'll show you the cheap and easy way to get something done. All right? Y'all have a good day. Work hard, save your money.